Let's talk about the changes that took place yesterday within the Northwest Louisiana MLS. I've already gotten a call about it this morning. Hi, I'm Christy Cybis, and I am a realtor in Shreveport-Bossier City, Louisiana. Yesterday, our MLS, Northwest Louisiana, removed the offers of compensation field within the MLS. So I have currently 4 active listings and 2 pending listings and a few buyers I'm working with. So this did take a little bit of prep work. My cat did take a little bit of prep work to have those conversations ahead of time with both my buyers and my sellers. I guess he wanted to join in on this conversation. He decided that it is his time. So what does that mean? Obviously, if you're a realtor, you already know what that means. If you're not a realtor, what that means is that traditionally when we have done a listing, I have had the conversation with my seller ahead of time about what the compensation would be and whether that was 5%, 6%, 4%, whatever that amount was. And then I would split that with a buyer's broker. I always made sure my clients were aware what the total compensation was and what the split was. But going forward, that field is no longer going to be an option to put into a listing in the MLS. So that meant for me to do a little bit of updating on our paperwork. So I had the conversation with my sellers, and one of the things that I do want to say is that I do think it's important for a seller to be open to offering compensation to a buyer's broker. They don't have to be, it is negotiable, but I think it's a good idea to be open, especially in the area we are where we have lower incomes, we have a lower price point on homes, and we do a lot of VA rural development, and FHA loans seem to be the bulk of what I do, at least. And at least in our area, it does become stressful for a buyer to try and come up with down payment if needed, the closing costs, the prepaids, and inspections, all of the things that the buyer needs to pay for, plus moving. But I let my sellers know that the choice is theirs, whether they are going to be open to that offer of compensation or not. The next part is I have told my clients that we are not going to set a percentage. So like this morning when an agent called me and asked, what is your offer of compensation? My answer is either my client is open to it if they have given me permission to say so, or my client is not open to it if they have given me permission to say so. If they have not given me permission, I skip that part and I say, please write it into your offer. This way, my sellers are not leaving any money on the table if that agent is willing to take a lower amount, and they're not stuck just paying a blanket amount. Remember, my responsibility is to my sellers when I am representing the seller, and it's to my buyers when I'm representing the buyers. When I am representing a buyer, you bet I'm going to be writing that offer of compensation into that agreement. But that's a whole nother conversation. These are definitely conversations that can seem awkward if you haven't prepped yourself for them. Prep yourself for them. Do some role playing with the other agents in your office, your friends, your family, whatever that may be, so that when you do get these phone calls or these questions, you're ready to go.